Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here, this time reviewing on another Dreamworks film, and this one is on How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World. Now as you know, How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World, or as it was also known as, How to Train Your Dragon 3, was a 2019 fantasy film based on the book series by Chris DeGraw, as well as being the third and final film in the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy. And keep in mind, we did have a TV series taking place in the current age, and we are going to have a live action reboot in the woodworks. So the premise of the film is meant to take place a year after the events of the second film. We see how Hiccup, his Night Fury Toothless, and his fellow dragon riders go to rescue other dragons from dangerous warlords, and we kind of see how, thanks to their efforts, we see how Burke has become a better place. But we do kind of see how, there do come consequences from rescuing the other dragons due to it becoming too overpopulated, as well as Hiccup and some of the others do start to kind of question or think if this is really gonna bring peace or make them a big target. We do see how the other warlords bring an expert dragon hunter known as Grimmel the Grimsley to help kind of capture Toothless, but also to take down Hiccup and bring Burke down in flames. I think while the film has moments where it does work, showing how the stakes are risen a lot higher, you do see the consequences from Hiccup's good intentions, but the problem with the third film is that it's copying a lot from the second film, How to Train Your Dragon 2, because obviously, Grimsby is just a copy and paste version of Drago, and it's kind of also clear the Hidden World is obviously a version of the whole Dragon Century from the second film, and it's clear it's doing the same similar dance from the second film. I think there was a good idea deep down, it's just copying and pasting things from the second film. I feel like the problem with Grimsby's character is that he just looks more like a kind of medieval, cartoony character. He doesn't come off as menacing or interesting. And the problem with F. Murray Abrams is that he tries his best, but he doesn't come across as threatening or intimidating. And I think the whole point with the whole Light Fury, as well as Toothless coming together, works in a way to kind of keep the sort of species going, but I would have liked to have seen how the other warlords trick a female dragon rider into thinking Hiccup and the others are the bad guys. You could easily have her and Hiccup at first become enemies, but start to find common grounds. And I can kind of see this female dragon rider being voiced by Cassie Steele, Brenda Song, or someone else, and it could add more chemistry between the two. I think the problem with Astrid being a love interest to Hiccup is that they don't really have much in common, and I just feel like Astrid was thrown in as a pointless plot device to give Hiccup a love interest. I think if they made a female dragon rider who mainly seeks out to stop other basically people from using dragons for the wrong reasons, it would add more. It would want to show how, she lost her village because of a dangerous warlord and doesn't want to see other people suffer the same fate. You could even have the sort of Light Fury being a dragon she rescued and having it mentioned that the only closest thing she has is to herself. The problem with the film is that it doesn't really know what it really wanted to be for a third film. I think the problem was the second film worked because it showed the real consequences of how Hiccup thought he could talk to Drago, but had to see it realistically. Here, it's just copying and pasting things that clearly don't need to be needed. And it's a kind of a sad way to end the series. And I think, in my opinion, as a final, it really crashes and burns. It doesn't know its identity. It's just copying off the same plot from the last film, not knowing really where it wanted to be. So I think it definitely deserves thumbs in the middle. It's kind of alright, not great, but a poor way to end the series. And I think, as a trilogy, it starts off good, but then, yeah, it's gonna crash and burn. It's gonna waste some potential with this big world you could do. So I think it definitely deserves thumbs in the middle. Not a bad trilogy, but something that could have been a lot better. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.